Hi, this is Jeff Larson with Napa Adventure Boot Camp and Hybrid Strength. I'm going to demonstrate some exercises that we use for our clients that travel a lot or maybe on a 2-day program and they want to supplement their exercise program with some workouts on their own. So we've compiled some exercises that you can take on the road, and we're going to demonstrate each exercise and then also demonstrate some sample workouts. Being that a client travels, we want to keep them on track, so that's why we're doing this for them. Hopefully they can keep their fitness levels while they're on the road, and then when they get back to camp they can hit the ground running, literally. So I'm going to start with our first category of exercises. Actually, before I even do that, I want to talk a little bit how to design your program. I want to keep it as basic as possible. One way of doing it is to pick an exercise from each category and then perform 10 reps of each exercise, or 10 per side, and perform that particular circuit for as many times as you can in a given time period. Another way of doing it is just say you're going to do 10 reps of each exercise, 10 per side, and then perform 5 rounds of that particular circuit. So there's 2 basic ways of designing your program. They're very similar, just one's based on time, the other one's based on how many rounds you're going to do. Okay, so first of all I'm going to demonstrate our first category, which is our pushes. Most of the push you see here is going to be horizontal pushing, because the vertical pushing movement is hard to duplicate in a hotel room. There are ways of doing it, but for our intents and purpose we're going to stay with the horizontal push. And the first one that we're going to demonstrate is the standard push-up. So we'll want a straight line in our back, shoulders to heel, hands are directly on our shoulders, chin's tucked in, and we're going to lower ourselves to the ground, touch, and come back. Now there are many variations to the push-up. I'll show you one of the ones we use the most, and that's modified push-up on the knees. Again, you want the hips and shoulders to move at the same time. So that's a modified push-up. The next one I want to demonstrate is called the pledge push-up, and then what we're doing here is we're going to lose a base of support. So what I recommend is you widen your stance with your legs. So you can go down, wider stance, down, come up, touch your chest, touch your chest. That's one push-up, or that's 2 push-ups, 1 per side. Again, you don't want your hips to rotate when you lift your arm, or your hips to drop. The planked push-up, that's something that we like to do, and it looks like this. We're going to start in a regular plank position on our elbows and come up to the top of the push-up position, back down. Then you're going to alternate which hand starts the movement, and again you want to keep the hips stable and want them to rotate. The next one is a dip, and I'm going to grab a chair to do this. Most hotel rooms will have a chair. I highly recommend you put it up against the wall so it's stable. You're going to put your hands here and do a dip. This is our one vertical pressing movement. Keep your butt close, keep your movement vertical. And I don't recommend going down too far. That's stressful to the shoulders. So that's your dip. The next couple of push-up variations that I'm going to demonstrate are a little more advanced, so master the push-up first and then you can progress to these. This one's called a dive bomber. You're going to have a wider stance. I'm going to start back here, down, and up, and back underneath. That's the dive bomber. Next one is the Hindu. They look very similar, but you'll see the difference. That's the Hindu push-up. And finally, this one's the explosive push-up, plyo push-up, clapping push-up, whatever you want to call it. Actually, you don't have to do the clap, just getting off the ground is plenty. So those are explosive movements. You're just generating power to get your hands off the ground. Again, you want to maintain proper alignment. And that's our pushing section.